Operation status quo. Operation status quo. Prepare to engage. Operation status quo. Ready to engage. Operation status quo. Engaged. Engaged. Oh, there you guys are. How the heck are you? How you been? How you doing? All right, see you later. You know, funny enough, because I was thinking of it today. I said, when the hell's the last time I did a show? I said, oh my gosh. I said, gosh. I said, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, my golly. You know, it's been over a week. And I thought to myself, let me pop on here and say hello to the beautiful people of the world out there, ladies and gentlemen. I think about it from time to time, you know, but really, what's there left to say? You know, I've been doing this channel for a matter of fact, I don't even think I mentioned it because I haven't done shows the way I had been doing shows previously. But, you know, back March 19th was a full year of doing Operation Status Quo in this version. Of course, you know, I've been involved with YouTube since, I guess January of January of 21, even though I started my show on Twitch back in, that was November of 20. So it's been ups and downs, back and forths, rounds and rounds, trying to figure it all out. But, you know, to me, I tell you about this all the time, you know, social media or whatever, YouTube, the streaming, all this crap, whatever, you know, it's just fun. You know, it's just like a fun thing. And like, you know, that's kind of what I want to get into today a little bit as far as like what the topic is talking about here today on Operation Status Quo. But first and foremost, I am Pete Palma. I am your user-friendly host. This, of course, is Operation Status Quo, the place where we observe the status quo of life. We learn to flow with the status quo of life, and then we create our own flow of quo, because that's the only way to go. And like I ask each and every time you're with me, what are you doing out there? Ladies and gentlemen, please tell me, what the heck are you doing out there to create your own flow of quo? Hey-o. That's what you got to do, you know. I mean, I just created my own flow of quo right there. Today is the 15th of May in the good year 2024. We're still in 2024, right? Okay, good. And today's program is entitled The Truth of Truth, right? Because what is truth? You know what I noticed recently? You know, it's funny, since I moved, you know, I talked about this in the, you know, a couple shows that I moved again, right? And I'm in my new place and I have a real nice, like, little back patio now that I really enjoy. I'm such a simple person, you know, like, it's just so funny. I don't really need to do much all day to be, you know, to feel happy. But anyway, I sit outside a lot. So it turns out I really don't watch as much, you know, I don't flip on the TV, really. I really don't honest to God, I don't turn on the TV until somewhere around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can always think of me and know that's probably about when I'm maybe turning on the TV. And usually at that time, I will just watch a little local news to see what's going on, and I'll check out world news to see what kind of propaganda they're pushing out to the people. But generally, you know, I don't watch. Before, I would flip around a little bit more, even the same thing to compare with some of these other channels like Fox and CNN and crap and see what all the nonsense they're saying. But the truth is, you know, it's been great. You know, I don't pay attention to the TV at all. I think I've been happier. It's like I just kind of notice the difference. I think this is like making me healthier to stop watching extra TV. Not that I watch that much anyway, you know, but I might have turned it on around 4 o'clock, you know, so it's still, but anyway, I don't know, who the hell cares about my TV watching habits, right, ladies and gentlemen? Please let me just reset my brain. Sometimes those high-pitched noises really help me out to send the signals to my brain and get the neurons functioning again, the synapses and the synapsi, I guess, connecting properly. So, you know, what I realized and why I'm saying this, now I'm realizing why I'm saying this, is because when you don't look at all that stuff, it makes a really big difference, right? You know, we're always out there, you know, in today's world and everything that's been happened since the COVID, you know, debacle and stuff, right? You know, our world is just, I mean, come on, guys, I don't have to say it, right? You know, that's why I say, how often do I need to do these shows? In a sense, I'm kind of saying the same thing. I really like to be here more so to just provide a smile and a place for you to hang out and listen and have a good time. Of course, your participation's welcome, so feel free to drop comments and all that kind of stuff, and like, subscribe, share if you haven't, and all that kind of stuff. But you know, at the end of the day, I used to work with this person. They always go, at the end of the day, they always say, you know, it always say, but it's not at the end of the day. We're still here in the beginning of the day, damn it. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter, you know. all the stuff that's going on is what I mean is like all the madness that's happening since, COVID, and, all the different perceptions, all the different quote unquote truths that are being revealed. And, of course, if you go back and watch some even episodes here, my older episodes, I definitely talked more about certain things, as far as the conspiracies and such, which I still, believe some stuff. But at the same time, I realize even me, it's too much. And here's the truth. Let me get to the point. The truth of truth. You know what the truth of truth is? The truth of truth is there is no truth. There is no truth. Come on. It's the truth. No, it's the truth. There's no truth. I'm telling you. Truth is in the eye of the beholder. True for you is not true for me too. Yeah. So, that is the truth. Our life, our whole, I talk about this all the time. This is what I'm saying about when I talk about earlier. All this goes together, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen. When I'm saying I'm a simple person, I'll sit outside and, stare at the trees or something, and that makes me happy. It's like, we need to remember, all of us, and this is when driving home, because I'm not going long today or anything, but when driving home, the point is we got to stop taking ourselves so seriously and believing so heavily in the physical aspect of our existence, really believing that we are the entity that we are encapsulating at this time. I'm Pete, right? But I don't really believe I'm Pete. I think, oh, this is interesting to observe Pete's existence and to have this, avatar to play with in the interplay of my energetic body with the physical manifestations of the world around us. See, it's so simple. It's so simple. But no, that's what I'm saying though. I realize, as I scroll through Facebook sometimes and different things, and this video, then the next one, and then the next one, and the next one, and it's who's revealing stuff about this, and some of the information's positive. It talks about expanding your spiritual awareness, or I don't know, whatever, or just having confidence in yourself and believing you deserve to exist. Those are nice thoughts. A lot of people subconsciously, you think of the way our society is, we're kind of programmed to not believe that we should exist in a sense, right? We believe that we're the evil humans polluting the world, we're bad people, we and we're only thinking that because the parameters in which our physical world has been created and orchestrated, being the fact that we're socioeconomic slaves and everything else, and all the systems that the hierarchy that controls, all of that, it creates this whole not just, that's the whole point of it, to create this whole whirlwind that you're just kind of sucked in the middle of, so you're in the middle of the tornado and it's all spinning all over and you have no control over everything and you're just holding on for dear life, hoping to, maintain your space, within it, without ever really realizing how much power you have to create and choose whatever it is that you want to do in your life, So the truth is that there is no truth. And instead of spending so much time, to seek out what is the answer to this and what is the answer to that, because ultimately the only answer is oneness, right? The only answer is the dissipation of the mind chatter and thought. And, we think we're so, how much consciousness in a sense do we have in regard to, our personality and ourself? When you think about your whole life over years and how many things have changed, in the way you think and all during all that time, you think about how much time you sleep and, where are you during that time? Or you think of times that you just kind of drift off during the day and, I don't even know where I was. You even forget you're yourself half the time, right? So it's why are we trying to hold on so much to, the idea of I got to be this? And it's interesting because I observe people so much and I can see it on them. I see it not just in their actions, but even in their physical presence and their facial expressions, their body demeanors, their physical appearance health wise and everything else. People are carrying so much emotional baggage, and trying so hard to, identify as something to be, and I think that's the whole wrong way of thinking about it. And going back, the truth of truth is there is no truth. And the only real truth is just to be. Instead of trying to find something to be, you should just be, and then the truth of what you already are will, come through. I don't know. That's how I think of it. That's how I see it. That's why I'm here on Operation Status Quo. Are you here with me? I appreciate you being here. Let me give you a round of applause because I love you guys out there. I love you. Hey-o. and I do, and I do, and it's true, and it's true. But yeah, so we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to be whatever, and the truth is there's nothing to be but to be. And the more we can like take the time to, every time we get worked up, every time we're worried about what the next catastrophe in this world is going to be. And the only reason I think all this, it's like if I was really into it, I can see if you're a normal person, like sorry to say, the everyday person who just gets up and goes to Starbucks and goes to the office or whatever job all day long, and then comes home and the kids are screaming and rah rah rah, and you turn on the TV and they're telling you nuclear bombs are coming and rah rah rah, and prices are going up. It costs you like I got 6 jobs to feed your family, rah, 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 and it's just like it's like but the truth is it's merely a reflection, right? It's merely a reflection of the level of consciousness of the collective group. And again, I think it's all out there purposely, because it's intended to drive people back inward, not inward as being a hermit, and shutting the world off, but inward in finding finding the truth of your truth, right? Truth of like just being, not trying to be, but just, being, because ultimately you can listen all day long to, especially the politics. As much as I, favor the one individual in a regard, I can't even listen to any of it. It's all just so annoying. It's just like it's everybody just saying a bunch of shit that don't mean shit, and nothing ever gets done, and everybody's ranting and raving and talking and blah 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 blah. Who cares, man? Like, shut all these people off out of your life, and you just be your life, and what comes to be in your physical parameters will be, the universe is there to support and take care of us, right? And give us what we need to be and who we're supposed to be. So anyway, I don't know. That's it. I think I'm going to leave it here. How long did we go today? Oh, well, I was trying to only do the last time I said I'm going to do 10 minutes and I was up to 13. I think I only did like 15 minutes last time, but I'm cutting them short. I was talking like 20 something minutes. I can see how I'm rambling now. I can keep going like this for another 15 minutes, but does it make for good programming? I'm not sure. If you enjoy listening to me speak and you kind of find it fun that I'm zippy and energy and speak quickly, excuse me, then you might enjoy it. Otherwise, you might find it to be horribly annoying. You might have to slow it down. Most people speed up the videos, to get through them quick, but you can might have to slow this down so you can understand just a smidge of what I'm saying. So love yourself out there. Be your best self. That's what it's all about. That's what Operation Status Quo is here for. It's just a space to remind you that you're in charge of your life, and like it's not it's just not about like you have to be forceful, angry, mad. There's nothing to prove. There's nothing to show. None of that kind of stuff. It's just really realizing when you see situations that don't resonate with you, you don't have to, fight against it or prove anything about it. You just see that's where that energy is. So you just move to another space where your energy can flourish, and everybody's in the space where they need to be for their journey. And we can't judge others because everyone's on their journey for their own thing. And this earth is a school. It's a playground. The physical world is just manifestations of energies purposely done in a sense, to help everybody on their way for the lessons they need to learn. Humanity's growing. Consciousness is we're hitting another level. So that's great, but there's always going to be, a balance, because it's just it's just the nature of duality. And it has to be that way because, as I said this before, without the contrast, how can we ever learn what it is that we want to put our, frequencies with, right? If everything was just all, then everybody would just be, right? And nothing would ever be going on. So you have to see a little, so you can go, oh, you know what I mean? So, all right, that's it. I like that. I'm going to end it right there. Ding, 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 ding. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Heyo. As always, I thank you so much for your time being here with me on Operation Status Quo. Don't forget, I have a new project in the works. It's coming. I'm so excited. I want to talk about it, but I'm not going to talk about it yet until it's really ready to rock and roll. You know what I'm trying to say? Because you can't count your chickens before they hatch type thing. And you can't, what else can't you do? You can't count your chickens before they hatch, and you can't count your money before you leave the table. All right. So hello, that's an inadvertent bell. Operation Status Quo. Thanks for being here with me, ladies and gentlemen, here today. And please, if you haven't done so already, like, subscribe, share, send this out to your friends, your family, those you love, and of course, those you despise as well. As you very well know, I love each and every one of you out there individually as well as a group. God bless you. Please leave some comments. Let me know what's on your mind. Anything you'd like to share. I'd be happy to, get you on the show or talk about topics you'd like for me to discuss. So feel free to participate, because this is an open environment for all. Until next time, Operation Status Quo, disengaged.